and national championships.
Hello. You're listening to Grand National Championships on the Internet. My name is Alistair. With me tonight is Corin.
Hello.
Our Corin, Jotham.
Hi.
And Jared.
Hello.
I realized I had to go back retroactively and edit my grammar.
I thought you were saying this is our Corin.
Our Corin.
Corin.
R/Corin.
If you're wondering
Hands
which one.
off.
Well, I hope everyone's just doing swell out there. If you have anything you'd like to impart to us about the show, our email address is us@thegncshow.com. You can follow us on social media at The GNC Show. Visit thegncshow.com for lots of other show-related information, and you can leave a voicemail. Which we have one to share. The number's 727-379-4335. And of late, we've been doing viewer mail and stuff at close to the top of the show, and I think I enjoy that. It gives us a little injection from the outside world, which is exactly what you're looking for in today's climate. And it spurs on conversation. So let's get into a call that we received on our voicemail inbox, which is just popping right up here. No problems at all, barely.
Hey, this is Brian from host of the Brian Show podcast.
Nice.
Shameless plug. But I'm not here to talk about that. You can look that up by yourself. I just want to talk to the guys. And I'm a first-time dong time, and wanted to see if you guys heard that after Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, Tom Brady rocked out the POD in Blink-182. I didn't think that guy could get any cooler, but he did. So this is for you guys, just to keep your spirits up. I feel so alive for the very first time. What's my age again? Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So that was Brian, host of the Brian Show podcast. And so when he says POD, is he talking about Youth of the Nation? What was what was their big song?
I Feel So Alive. Yeah,
that was I Feel So Alive.
I swear I had a POD CD back in the day. You know that was cleared in my house.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the ones that could slip through. Switchfoot.
Yeah.
Did Switchfoot open for them?
Oh, Switchfoot. Yeah, that was in the house too. DC Talk. Don't get me started, boys.
Oh my gosh. This is when Jotham comes alive. Oh my gosh, for the very first time.
I don't know. Tom Brady might be like listening to POD in 2021 might just be on another level I don't understand.
Yeah.
I thought they were dead, and I haven't thought about them in about 15 years. You know,
they're an active and vital band in Tom Brady's mind. Like in his circles, like you go into the POD show tonight, like he knows like what markets they're hitting, maybe like Louisville. They're probably doing kind of tertiary type cities, Tampa Bay. Just kidding. I've heard a lot of people referring to the city of Tampa Bay in the past few weeks, and that just hits the ears all wrong. There's no city called Tampa Bay. Green Bay is a city, right? It's Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think maybe that
Correct.
Throws people, that being a big football town.
It's not just green.
Yeah, green. And then if you walk off of green, you end up in Green Bay. Yeah. Which is what happens here. If you walk off the end of Tampa, a good chance you'll end up in Tampa Bay. But it won't be on your address anywhere. All right. So
okay. That's good for our international
housekeeping.
listeners.
Yes.
Hey, local interest is what drove this show in its infancy, and it's still an important part of it.
We've got bi-coastal listeners now.
Yeah.
In the tens.
Yeah.
Scores.
I'm really shooting to have someone in Canada listen. Just once.
I bet that's happened.
You want one person to listen one time?
Well,
Jotham
I mean, it
has
counts.
realistic
Have a Canadian
goals.
listed. Yeah.
All right, that's attainable. Yeah.
Not going to be a diehard fan.
Well, Jotham has actually really been driving promotional efforts in the past couple weeks. He was really like hyping the Prince Midnight appearance on last week's episode. He was like,
true.
You know what's funny is he was posted in like the Ugly Guitar and the Noise Rock forum. I plugged our show in both of those, and these groups have thousands and thousands of followers. Not a single person liked, commented, disliked, whatever. It was just completely ignored on a post with like hundreds of comments. I mean, hundreds of
just
comments.
Law of averages. Somebody be like, oh,
Someone's going to, yeah. Nah.
maybe someone might just pass out on their keyboard and accidentally give you some kind of
I wouldn't take
reaction.
that.
I thought maybe, because we were mentioning the Times or the Tribune. Was it the Tribune or the Times?
Tampa Bay
TBT?
Times,
Tampa Bay Times.
as well as Creative Loafing.
Yeah.
And
So-
and then consequently, those articles were quoted in other outlets that mentioned the show in passing.
Yeah,
Which is
a
funny.
buddy of mine sent me like a YouTube video, like a weekly weird news thing where like two guys go down like the list of weird news stuff, and it was there, and they mentioned us by name, and they have like millions of subscribers. But
So have we
No
have we seen an
trickle-down
influx in the analytics? Huh? Big
I
uptick.
haven't.
I think that's where we're asking you that.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
don't
could
know.
check.
Is it
I could check
blowing
that.
up?
I've got the password on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if it's blown up. I also.
I think
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think, this teaches us a valuable lesson that we can't ride the coattails of somebody else's clout. We need
Yeah.
to be the ones
need
making
to-
the weird news ourselves.
Saddle our own star.
Leave it
Is
to
that
me.
what you think was happening last week? Did you think we were making some kind of like
Some PR stunt.
we're like
Yeah.
going over the top, like at the
We
the
need a
end
new
of World
PR
War
guy.
One?
Yeah, ours sucks.
We need a new PR guy. We need a PR guy who's going to build a skeleton guitar. Skeleton guitar.
That's a Pelican skeleton, by the way.
You gotta make it out of like a pig skeleton now to one up him.
Is that one up?
The pellet Skelecaster?
Yeah, I think so.
Fellow
we could commission him to make
Skelecaster
one.
is good.
Um,
Gotta
It's
use
kind
that
of
big-
odd themes. Tampa, Pelican, like Tampa Bay,
It'd be tiny, it'd be like a mandolin.
but like
What?
made out of a manatee or
oh,
something.
it would be a
I was thinking a pelican
a
skeleton.
manitolin.
Mandolin, there's something there.
Manitolin.
Well, that'd be big.
We got a whole band
A
going.
manatee. Yeah, that would be like one of those big like
Made out of
mariachi
endangered
guitars.
species in the Tampa Bay area.
Part of the media blitz that was Prince Midnight's appearance on Grand National Championships last week, Ray Roa from Creative Loafing did mention in a tweet, well, actually just mentioned Prince Midnight, a story about him in a tweet, and Corin hopped in on Twitter and said, he's the latest guest on the GNC show out today. You can watch it on YouTube, etc., and link to it. And then we heard back from listener Mick Squeebage, who said, be great if you weren't eating and sucking your fingers while the dude is talking. Which was liked by both Grand National Championships and Ray Roa.
Yeah.
And
Was it almond, Jad?
It was habanero almonds, and in my defense,
was your
I thought I
problem.
had muted myself on the Zoom call, but I neglected to remember
This ain't D&D. You can snack on D&D.
Yeah, I had audio recording separately.
it was on the audio file, even though you muted during the Zoom call. So really, that's the fault of the editor. But unfortunately, you're the only one who shows up on video, like stuffing your face and like slurping and stuff. So I am very sorry for that.
If you had these almonds, you'd understand.
So
But lesson learned.
McSqueebage wrote, be great if you weren't eating and sucking your fingers while the dude is talking. And I responded, No, the eating and finger sucking made it better. You didn't watch correctly.
That's good.
McSqueebage then replied,
Oh, no.
laughing face, straight laughing face, crooked laughing face, amateurs, exclamation point. Crinkling the bag too? There's a mute button for that. And I know that that hits Jared hard because he did mute. Like, he knows he muted. So I responded to him. It was muted on the call, but the editor didn't check the individual audio stems. We'll get you a refund for this one. And McSqueebage finally said, I'm just busting balls. Good show. So I want to thank you.
So you don't listen to all our audio individually and edit them individually?
I typically
That's what I learned this week.
I typically do, but when I listen to it, I've already exported it from the audio program and I'm watching it along, synced up in Premiere. And depending on how I'm feeling, I might not go back and edit the audio. I did see the crinkling and stuff happening. I don't think I saw how serious it was until it was too late. Too late for me to, like, I was too lazy. It wasn't too late.
Yeah.
I was too lazy. So I apologize again. I wasn't thinking about how it would make you look. I was just thinking of how difficult it would be, how time consuming.
Well, I should have been eating in the first place, but
That's fine.
I was hungry, and lesson learned.
As he reaches for some almonds.
Listen, we won over McSqueebage.
I've got some non-crunchy food with me.
Just yogurt.
no
a
flavor
liquid
dust.
diet this week. Who is this McSqueebage? Do we know him?
I don't know who this McSqueebage person is. Let's do a little dive on McSqueebage.
Oh, God.
McSqueebage is doesn't say anything. They describe themselves as an agitator, anti-theist. Oh, brother, who
Carefully, he's going to dox us.
has been on since November 2020.
Oh, welcome.
It's a relatively new account.
Do you think he made it just to drag you?
Made it.
I feel like, yeah, McSqueebage is like
long con.
it's a GNC fan account.
Yeah. Anti-fan account.
What's a fake Twitter called?
I wish
There's
there were a
Finsta.
word for an anti-fan.
Agitator, podcast. Agitator anti-podcast. Sorry, I was trying to come up with an alternative for McSqueebage's prime directive.
It's all good, man.
So, Jared, to what have you been up in the past week since we got together? By the way, that reminds me, anyone who really pays attention to the continuity of the show, last week I mentioned that Morgan Burgess, aka Mongtron from the Nervous Girls, I made it sound like the Nervous Girls all have like robot names. Morgan Burgess from the Nervous Girls, who makes music under the name Mongtron, I think that's how you say it, was going to be the guest tonight, but I've been like super busy with work and I didn't feel like my current state of mind was hospitable to guests, and she didn't deserve to be around me being all frazzled trying to run this goddamn thing. Anyway, so she'll be on in a couple of weeks. We'll hear more music from her this week to make up for it. Sorry. So Jared, how you doing?
Well, there's kind of a theme. I was embarrassed another way. Besides the gross eating, Joe DeAcunto totally threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about this. This is good.
This is good drama.
So we
For
talked
the
about
listeners at home, I think we've talked about it a little bit.
How, the sandwich talk, a place to talk sandwiches.
A safe space for sandwich lovers everywhere.
Used to be.
Growing in popularity.
Yes. Jotham, the history is Jotham made a post. I can't remember exactly what the sandwich was.
I made a grilled cheese. It was delicious. It was beautiful. It was framed nicely.
Fundamentals.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Friend of the show, Joe DeAcunto.
Longtime fan, but I don't know him personally.
You've never actually met him in person. Doesn't hold him back from this.
Commented on his post garbage. Now, Jotham.
That was the whole thing. Just
yeah, I mean, other people are like, great sandwich. I want to taste. Good for you. That kind of stuff. You know, raising the roof. Is that an emoji?
He's beside himself with this because he doesn't know.
I immediately hop it in our group text. What the fuck? Who is this guy?
Come get your boy.
Yeah.
So,
and that was like that was a few months ago, maybe back in November.
Oh, really? I thought it was more like 6 months ago or something like that.
Maybe longer. I don't know.
Idea.
But it wasn't recent, I don't think.
Yeah, so let me see exactly how long it was ago. So I have the messages right here.
Search garbage.
And obviously I got over it. It didn't bother me at all.
While you guys are taking care of that, I'm going to have a little sip of little Joe Diasani right here.
It was in January, end of January 29th.
No way. No. That's the second garbage then, because that was
first garbage. I was still in Seattle.
Yeah, the original garbage was like, I thought it was the summertime. When I remember the weather was fine.
I'm talking about when he reached out to me.
We haven't even come to that part of the story yet.
He commented on a post in the sandwich group with no other context. It just says garbage on a beautiful sandwich, I might add.
Right. Jotham was rightfully upset, up in arms. Yeah.
Complete lack of respect for the forum, not to mention Jotham himself.
And I remember where I was when I read that post. I was at Maddie's mom's house.
Yeah, it made an impact.
It'll forever be seared in my mind.
But he did some other stuff at the same time. I know he dogged one of my sandwiches.
He did. You had some kind of sub or something.
An aioli. God damn it, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I took some heavy criticism, unfounded. And then he went on a spree. It was a rampage. Like everyone was getting hit with fire.
This is the first negative talk in the group since it started.
Yeah.
All uplifting, arm in arm, high fives, kumbaya, all that shit.
So anyway, after that ugliness occurred, then what happened?
On January 29th, Joe Diacoto messaged me on Facebook Messenger and said, "Is it bad that every time I see your boy Jotham post in the sandwich talk, I want to respond with gross just to egg him on? Hope you're good, bud. Love the pod." To which I immediately replied, "Nah, it's good for sure. Stir the pot."
Now we had been talking for months at this point about how, man, I can't believe how Joe did you dirty like that in the sandwich talk forum.
It's become like a joke within our text group to just say garbage to somebody because of how foul that was.
It was a great joke and it's transferred.
It spawned a lot of conversation, just that one word.
Garbage.
So he's replied,
disgusting.
You're like, your deep laughter upon hearing about the original post was all the blessings I needed. About to attack this fuck.
Didn't know about that part.
So
I forgot that. I think it was in the image.
Just a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Days go by.
Earlier this week, Alistair posted video of our show with Prince Midnight.
Yeah.
Of the show from last week. Which is, the stills are of us in gallery view and everyone's having a good time. So Joe responds, he scrubbed through and found a still of us all looking like idiots. He just posted that.
Now, granted, I feel like anytime you pause a video for people, chances are you're going to get 4 idiots. It could just be the way I optimistically tried to take it is that he was like, yo, look, I'm already watching what you just posted. Look, I'm in the middle of it. Here's where I'm at. Screenshot. I like to think that. But it is possible that he was like, no, you guys are all like, like.
Yeah. I mean, he did find a still where we all were straight faced, not a smile among us.
It wouldn't have been hard probably to find. I mean, were we straight faced? I just thought we looked like idiots.
We're definitely not having a good time in that instant. We're just all like, or like talking. I used to take, I take a lot of pictures at events of speakers. And most speakers never, really pause at any point enough to not be making a stupid face at any particular like moment. So I feel every once in a while, maybe we should take a little pause and just be like, but all together. Yeah. That was good. That's going to make a nice,
for the listener at home. We all looked great.
That's going to be a nice screenshot, because otherwise, like when I'm sorting through and throwing out unusable pictures, like everyone is like always like making like an F sound or like sticking their teeth out all weird or looking like they're doing a Jack Nicholson impression, pulling their hairline back. Just kidding. That's not a standard speaker pose. So Jared,
anyway,
so he with that, I believe there was some confusion. We discussed about like, what's the angle here? Is this
because
like
it was commentless.
Right.
It was just he posted just a still of our four faces, and all of us had the immediate reaction. No. We all had the immediate reaction that he's dogging us.
He's making fun of us and using our own stupid faces to do it.
With no text, which is funny.
So
but
Jotham asked us if he thought it would be okay if he commented garbage. If he thought it would be appropriate.
And I thought that was a perfect idea. But what I suggested is that he go back on Facebook, find the original garbage that Joe left as a comment, screenshot it, and then send that as a reply as an image. And that's what he did.
Which I thought was a great idea, and I did.
That's like using his own stupid face to make fun of him.
Kinda.
The jerk store called and they're running out of you.
And then he replied, and his reply.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
Was a screenshot of our conversation.
Oh yeah,
on Facebook Messenger.
Of Jared and Joe's private conversation that I didn't know happened.
And that's how it all came to light.
It was pretty good.
That was amazing.
It was a big reveal. It was a great reveal.
Among us.
Yeah.
I was the imposter.
Jared was the imposter the whole time.
Highly sus.
So yeah.
Joe had an inside man.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
That was the highlight of my week, honestly.
Yeah.
It was
not gonna get better than that.
Yeah.
Pack it in, boys.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Let me begin to hear what Jotham's been doing this past week.
Well, boys, I don't know if you know, I was watching The Wire. Did you guys?
We are aware. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not watching it anymore. I finished
you
The
gave
Wire.
up? Okay, never mind. You finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, I finished The Wire.
So now you're watching Treme.
It's one of the best shows ever, and I don't know. I loved it.
So
the last season, is a little bit shorter than the other seasons. Could have used some extra episodes. Would have liked that.
So now you're going to watch John from Cincinnati. That's the next best show ever.
All right, cocksuckers. Guess what I'm watching now?
Deadwood.
Deadwood.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cocksuckers. I don't say that word out loud often, so
it's a harsh one. Yeah.
Yeah, it really hits. But the show is
they
so
fire off like 20 or 30 an episode, I think.
It's so brown. I feel like I can smell the show like through the TV. I mean, it's just filthy.
Appropriately filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were dirty times.
Those were some dirty times.
Is that historically accurate filth?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Cowboys were nasty.
Filthy.
Nary a shower to be seen.
Dirty
So
boys.
much leather.
Yeah. Ugh.
You could just be like, "Yo, Doc, let me get some laudanum." He's like, "All right."
Oh, yeah. Just drink some opium.
Yeah.
Some aether. A-E together, T-H-E-R. Have some aether. Never mind.
Does that
Yeah, they're
thing have a
drinking
name?
lots of ether.
The AE thing, does it have a name?
Corin, I bet, would know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
AE?
It
Yeah.
does have a name,
The
I'm
AE
sure.
together.
Oh.
Hey, Siri.
It's like a Middle English thing.
Like umlaut or not? That's a punctuation.
Yeah.
Or
What
like,
is the A and
ampersand.
the A and E thing that's stuck together?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the A and E? The A and E thing that's stuck together. Check it out.
Thanks. Getting a little familiar, Siri. It didn't come up with anything useful, but that was a little fun to listen to. So that's about it. Just the ether watching Deadwood.
Oh, I got a sweatshirt in the mail I ordered like 2 months ago. So that's
what design's on it, bud?
It's the 3-6 Mafia bootleg, but I feel like I'm maybe not cool enough to wear it. I mean, I feel like I should listen to some more 3-6 Mafia before I wear it. What if people ask me questions, and I don't know the answers to the trivia?
Like if they hit you up about lyrics or something, or like
I'm gonna
member
have to
trivia.
Take a deep dive.
Well, remember the Velvet Underground quiz? Maybe you should get a 3-6 Mafia quiz, and it'll keep you on your toes. Maybe the quiz master could work something out.
True. What members we got? We got Juicy J. We got Koopsta. I feel like I can't say that name. I probably shouldn't say that one out loud.
Yeah, follow your instincts.
I haven't played his stuff on in our playlist because I'm like I don't want to say that out loud. Like I'm playing this artist. It's not explicit, but it's a word that I would never say if it was spelled the way that it sounds, the way he says it or spells it.
Man, it sounds worse and worse the more you talk about it.
And it's not cocksucker.
This gentleman's name is not cocksucker.
His gentleman's name is not cocksucker. I know what you're thinking.
No, you couldn't possibly. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I had some guesses before, but then it got so weird that I thought it must be something even crazier. Ah, boy. So, you've been listening to artists whose names you were forbidden to say.
Yeah, I can't say most of the words in these songs anyways.
Imagine if you tried playing that for your parents when you were growing up. You're like, can I keep this album?
Yeah, I really identify with this 3-6 Mafia album, Mom.
This is how I see myself.
Mean Streets of Seminole.
When did you start to branch out? When did you start to rebel against the oppression of your Christian upbringing?
Really not so late high school, and then really when I moved to Gainesville, and then just all hell broke loose because I'd been living in a bubble for so long. And then it was just complete freedom. I mean, I was one of those
college
that ate me up fast. Yeah.
Oh wow! So you were under the oppressive boot of the what do you call it when the religious ones, the religious people are running things?
Theocracy.
The theocracy. Until then.
Yeah. That definitely seems like the thing I would normally be asking Corin about.
Well, I knew it, but it just couldn't come to me.
Just like the A&E thing, that's Corin's specialty.
It's some kind of diphthong. That's
what I was going to say, but that just sounded like a word just too fun to really mean anything.
It's such a good word. But I am interested in this Jotham story, this coming out story.
So I ended up I got arrested 2 months maybe after I moved up there, or I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't long. And I wasn't drinking or smoking or doing anything like that, but I went with this guy that I grew up going to church with, and he lived up there. He's a year older than me, and we were going to steal some street signs because that's what college kids do. Sure. But we were so naive, we didn't know what we were doing, and we didn't have the right tools. What? That's not what they do?
No, I'm just saying it's just funny. It almost seems like what a sheltered kid might think that you're supposed to do when you get there. It's like
this
you're
is
just
college.
Shot out of a cannon into this brand new environment. You're
every street light you see, every street sign.
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna do a keg stand on my first day.
That's basically how it went.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the right tools, and we looked suspicious, and so we got arrested. And I didn't know anything about the law and how you just shut up and don't say anything. And we had our store.
You never listened to that Jay-Z song before then because your parents wouldn't let you.
Right.
Oh, you missed out on some life lessons.
It could have really helped
POD
you.
didn't teach me anything.
Yeah, the youth of the nation. What if they're pointing a gun at the youth of the nation? Yeah.
So they split us up, and we both have like our stories. We're putting together a desk, is what I said. Let's just stick with that, and we just had a screwdriver and pliers in our pocket.
You're putting
That's
together
the best I could come up
with.
Yeah, I just moved there, and I was putting together a desk,
and you got caught.
And I walked out of the apartment. Listen, I had 10 seconds to come up with a story. The first time I ever got arrested, it was the best I could come up with.
Actually, it's not bad.
And it would have been great if I didn't break. However many hours into it, they iced me. Well, I don't know if he broke or not. I mean. So I'm sticking to my story, and it's like 3 a.m, and they get this detective out of bed or whatever, and they come in.
Wait.
And they like,
no way. You think they
got a homicide detective out of bed.
Was it the guy from that ID show about unsolved mysteries, Lieutenant Kenda or whatever? You know that guy?
Yeah.
This kid was there's this guy on this old, it's not unsolved, it's just like murder cases, and it's like the guy is like Detective Kenda or something, whatever, it's Kenda. But they've got the old guy himself telling all the stories, and then they have like him being played in reenactments by an actor.
Oh.
But the old guy is funny because like he would refer to these horrific criminals just using these kind of like maybe not harsh enough insults. He was like, this guy murdered all his children and 3 women. What a knucklehead. And they were all like that. It's like, this guy must have had some kind of screw loose or something. Like, okay, like he left a trail of blood across 4 states. Like, don't call him a nincompoop.
It's kind of kooky.
Yeah. Sorry. So Kenda was on the case. They called him out of bed to come shake you down.
Top brass came down.
I imagine.
We can't crack this guy. We need the negotiator.
Yeah, exactly.
He's telling us way too much.
They brought in the best.
You just said you were telling too much. Like they needed extra people just to process the information. That's really funny. Oh, sorry.
Somebody shut this kid up.
Sorry. So what happened when he came in?
So they tell me. So I'm trying to stick to my story, and then they're, after a while they're like, "Listen, we know you did blah blah blah. You're trying to do blah blah blah, and if you just tell us, like you were gonna steal something, like car stereo or sign, whatever, just tell us. We'll get you out sooner. No big deal. This could go on for a long time if you don't tell us, though." And so I'm like, all right, we were going to steal a street sign, but we didn't. And they're like, thank you. That's a felony charge. That's possession of burglary tools. You can go to jail right now. So
nice.
I got fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
He acted like
cops for you.
They didn't even have like good cop, bad cop. It was just a cop.
It was just a cop. They could smell the green from down the hallway. I mean, and not because I was smoking. I just didn't know what I was doing.
This kid's never listened to Jay-Z.
It was obvious.
They put you in a special room where people haven't heard Jay-Z.
So, I mean, I ended up getting my record expunged. I did pretrial intervention. But that guy, we've never talked since then. I think he still probably resents me.
Because you flipped.
He was on American Ninja recently.
You flipped on him.
So good for him.
So he still maintains like good finger strength, probably from all the tools he used to use.
Yeah, exactly.
And Joe flipped on him, and then he flipped on the world.
I did some community service at a golf course in Gainesville that's owned by the city. And so I would just show up, and you like kept your own records of like how many hours, and so I lied about a lot of it. But I would go and I would shoot golf balls across the driving range to one side. Then I'd walk across the other side. I'd shoot them back, and then I'd get in the tractor thing and drive around and pick them up. Where like people are like trying to hit you with the golf balls, like in the movies.
That's community service?
That was community service.
What a white fucking punishment. Jesus Christ.
Club fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who did that as a job. They paid him to do that.
Yeah, you should have gotten paid, Joe.
Yeah, we would just drive like the John Deere 4x4s around, like it's swampy back there, and just fucked around. I'd read a book.
Just go mudding.
I remember I was reading Choke at the time.
By Chuck Palahniuk.
Chuck Palahniuk, yeah.
You were all about like putting it to the system.
I was about that life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it turned out.
Jesus.
What a tale.
You repaid your debt
what
to
a
society
week.
by driving 4x4s in the mud.
Yeah, I'm rehabilitated.
I got to go back to jail, but I did hella burnouts. Hella.
I was shooting golf balls.
Hella.
You know,
Didn't
one time on those John Deere 4x4s, about when I was in high school, I worked for plant operations, like my first job, plant operations at the giant church in the area. It was a big Baptist church, and so we were not very good at like taking care of this church. It was like a few high school kids, so we decided one day we were gonna race around the track. There's a school there as well, so like the running track. So we're racing around there, and I'm egging this guy on driving, and he fucks up like getting off the track and ends up crashing into all the air conditioning units.
Oh shit.
That power the school. Yeah.
Was he
It was like
okay?
a school.
Thousands of dollars of damage. Yeah. That's my only other experience with John Deere 4x4s.
Well, it seemed, I mean, you're hired. That's all we need is someone who's been behind the wheel of one before.
That was strike 1 of 3. I ended up getting fired from that job.
That was strike 1.
How
And they
long
kept
after
you.
that, how long, like, had you been at the job when that happened, strike 1?
I don't remember. I probably did it
48
for like
hours.
a year or two,
Okay.
maybe. Probably 16 to 18.
4 to 6, good behavior.
Stacking chairs and stuff. You know, after the service. But I got caught stealing some chips and ice cream too.
When you say stealing and then you say chips and ice cream after that, it doesn't sound serious at all.
It wasn't. I mean, I took like an ice cream bar and a bag of chips.
I forgive you. That's nothing.
But I had to like use the keys to get into this area to do that.
Oh.
And the guy I was with, he was trying to help me. He like moved the salad bar. It's like one of those where there's like 2 doors, you know, where they open a top door and you like would like serve the ice cream from like, you know, like
Yeah, everyone knows an ice cream service door.
Okay, so anyways, it's an ice cream service door. So I open the bottom one to sneak in there, and like he closes the door behind me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like banging, trying to get it out. I end up moving the salad bar that he had put in front of it. He was trying to save my ass because like the person who you don't want to see stealing like showed up, and so I like emerge with like the gifts that I was stealing and like victorious, and this person just like staring at me like
Right
you're a
as they
giant
walk
fuck up.
around the corner.
Yeah, that was strike 2. I don't remember what strike 3 is at this time.
Huh. Maybe that'll happen next week. Man. Jotham's got some
Good.
stories.
Yeah, I love it.
We just have to find the right like word to conjure the spell. Street sign. Fucking A.
You know.
I'm building the desk. Nice. Well,
Good Jotham impression.
Very good.
I'm trying to think. Are there impressions of any? Are there impressions of any of us that have taken the world by storm?
We've talked about them before. Taking the world by storm.
Yeah, you know, like, are people doing them
Certainly
online
not.
on TikTok and such?
Yeah, totally.
Are people doing like little clips of the episodes, but they'll mouth along to like what we're doing? Like they'll mouth along to Jotham being like, "I came out with my gifts."
I can't say the name of this artist.
I hope it's our fan from Canada.
Oh, hopefully. I bet they'll have like a beautiful. I'm just picturing British Columbia. They'll have like a waterfall behind them, or maybe the CN Tower.
Eating maple syrup.
Yes, the CN Tower eating maple syrup. Corin, what have you been up to this week? Oh, you are facing south today.
Correct, I am, yeah.
That
Wow.
bookcase is on the north wall.
This guy's got a good spatial awareness.
I have a good outer compass for other people.
Oh. Okay. I have been stuck inside due to winter storms. It snowed like, I don't know, a foot here in Portland over 2 days and it just completely wrecked the city. And it was pretty cool. Everything gets shut down in Portland. It snows like this rarely. Every couple of years, it'll dump snow like this, and the city's not built for it, even though it happens fairly regularly. It's just that it happens and it's over within 3 days, so everybody just kind of puts up with the lack of facilities.
Well, I guess
we'll get through it.
There has to be kind of a cost-benefit analysis of like, to reinforce the city against this, like once every few winters storm. Like, is it really worth it? Does this come up a lot in local politics?
Yes, because there's still a few 100,000 people without power.
For days.
So it seems like there should be some reinforcement, but I luckily stayed with power and heat. Hashtag blessed. And then the only thing that did happen is that I was trying to leave my house to go somewhere that will remain nameless.
We know where that place is, Corin. Jesus. Is that one of the things that Jotham couldn't say when he first learned about the 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah. No, that got Jared. I was glad. So I'm trying to leave to go to this very important
area
engagement.
Okay.
And I have a 2-wheel drive car. I drive like a Nissan Altima, and the road is like
what's like a Nissan Altima?
It is that exactly.
It's a Nissan Junior Associate.
Okay.
Just kidding.
And then I tried to pull out of the driveway, and I got stuck, and had to rely on the kindness of strangers to help me out.
Did someone like come and tow you out or push you out, or like just on foot?
Well, I was in my car, and this guy's trying to like make a turn onto the street in like a Jeep, in this big Jeep, and I'm trying to like wave him on, and he thought that I was trying to like wave him over to me to help. So he kind of like and like got out of his Jeep and then came over, and I'm like, fuck, now I have to like take this on. So I said, hey, thank you so much. And he's like, okay, well, I'll push, and you just hit the gas and kind of steer it over there. So we got the nose of my car. That's what you call it,
bow.
Right? Thank you. Just on like the curb, so like the rest of the car was out of the street, but it was, still far from into my driveway. And he's like, okay, well, you're out of the street. Have a good day. And he left. And so I just kind of stood there with my car, just in between these places until 2 women in their 50s came over and assisted me on foot, walking by.
Just carrying huge, like, canvas straps. Like, they just wander around looking for people that they can haul out, just yoke up their own harnesses.
More like with a shovel. And they dug my car out while I tried to get it back in my driveway. It was...
But now you were in a new spot from where you first got stuck, so you just had like new fresh pit to around your wheels. New fresh pits.
Fresh pits, fresh wheels, frozen everything.
I love your haikus.
That was it.
They're a little bit short on syllables, but like the feeling they evoke is on point. So that was your week mainly?
That was most of it. Yeah, there's nothing to do, man. There's just like everything's frozen, and I got emasculated, and it was cool.
Everything's frozen, and I'm emasculated.
Cheap guy.
Yeah, they're probably still laughing about this.
Yeah, these 2 lovely neighbors of mine were helping me, and there's the only people driving by are like in huge trucks with chains and just like scoffing and shaking their heads.
That's why we got these chains.
And these trucks.
But you just had to get out to that certain region.
I had a place to be.
A zone.
Zone of interest,
get into
so
it.
to speak. Yeah. And then there's really disturbing things that happen that you don't think about when things freeze quickly and then unfreeze, like giant pieces of ice falling from the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw in Texas, I saw a video of an apartment building where like the water main had burst.
Oh,
and
shit.
3 floors of an apartment building, just water pouring at everything, but forming large, giant, sharp icicles on the stairs and everything. Just like, yeah.
Texas is really going through it.
We have it a little better than Texas. We're more prepared than Texas, thank goodness.
I feel like Florida and like 2 other states are the only ones that don't have snow right now.
Yeah, I know it sounds pretty insensitive, but it was a little hot today. Like I thought I could get away with wearing a sweater all day, and like realistically, for most of it, I had to pull up the sleeves. So I know where you're coming from.
It was chilly yesterday. It was like 59.
Yeah,
in the evening.
Well, I mean, obviously,
Corin thinks that's hilarious.
At the hottest part of the day, it did get up to 63, 65 degrees.
I don't warm shame, I don't winter storm shame.
Oh man, you got lyrics. I don't storm
Is that Jay-Z?
shame.
That's Jay-Z.
Don't winter warm shame. My name is Corin, and I'm here to say I rap about the weather in a major way, right?
Yeah,
it's DC Talk.
It would have been.
Is that a DC Talk song I accidentally covered?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be chilly this weekend. I'm going on a hike, so I'll make sure to send you pics, Corin.
Oh, that was a side bet. But wait, Jotham set up the side bet. I already told him the first person to mention a hike out of Jotham and Corin. But he already knew about it.
All right. Once again, I take Venmo, Cash App.
There was a bet going on when you'd show up.
Oh, I was working on things.
Yeah, like work.
Yeah, totally.
we had some time to kill, so we started gambling.
Yep,
as you do,
inevitably.
Yeah. As you do.
Who would streak first?
Craps.
I won, and then the hike bet, I guess, I won.
Yeah, but
I didn't streak.
Okay. I said it wouldn't be until 8:50, but you showed up at 8:42.
Which was late. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Hey, I've been plenty late before, my friend. So you eventually got your car back inside, and you scrambled all attempts to leave the house.
Yeah, I called it after that. That was enough.
The snow won.
There's snow one what?
The snow won.
Where?
Stupid.
There's no one where? Just kidding. All right. So this past week, I had quite a week. I finally had to replace the desk chair right here where I spend a lot of my time. My old one, had gotten to the point where it wouldn't stay up. You know how you make the back rigid, kind of like on a daily-ish basis, like that would just kind of snap and I'd be thrown backwards suddenly. And that's really scary because it always feels like you're going to hit the ground. Like I was going to hit the ground. You guys wouldn't even be involved. But it was very nerve-wracking. So I got a chair. It's pretty much exactly like the old chair, but it's like a new version of it. And it is like sitting on cushions. It is super comfy. And because like all the foam was deflated on the old chair, so like the seat was just kind of flat, as were the armrests, and the armrests were all like cracked and hard, and these are soft. So now I'm loving chairs again, guys.
Yeah,
you're back on chairs.
Got them wheels that spin around, the up and down valve action.
Any other features?
Does it have what, Jared?
Hey,
you tell me. God damn it.
Yeah, he's stuck.
He's stuck. I'll describe it. So, got a new chair. I went out to my car after I got home tonight because I had forgotten something out there, and when I came back in, there was a grasshopper on the door.
That's good luck.
one of those big guys.
The lubbers, what are they called?
Landlubbers.
Landlubbers.
Yeah.
Lubbock,
like
Texas.
The ones that are black that have like the yellow stripe down the back.
Well, when they're little, but don't they grow into the big kind of green, like the classic?
No, the black ones grow like really big too.
Well, this was a green guy, and it seemed kind of adolescent. It wasn't like a full-fledged, but just wouldn't leave the door. I was waiting for a really long time, but I didn't want to go in the door and then have the grasshopper loose in the house. So
Did you ask him to leave?
Yes.
No, just sitting there like smoking a cigarette.
You have to doff,
what do you want?
doff your cap, and you say, Mr. Grasshopper, like with an English accent. So I had to text my partner in all things, Mandy Miners, like, don't open the front door. Open the kitchen door for me. So I went around the back of the house.
Climb through a window.
Yeah.
The grasshopper gave you the same look that the Jeep guy that gave Corn when he tried to wave him over.
All right. Flap, jump. Clara was really kind of heartbroken that we weren't going to let a grasshopper in the house, but Mandy and I were pretty sure it was a bad idea. As exciting as it would have been for a few minutes to just flee a loose, wild grasshopper flailing through your house.
Feral grasshopper.
Feral grasshopper.
They got nasty mouths.
The domesticated grasshoppers?
Filthy cocksuckers.
Jesus.
I gotta stop saying that.
It's so harsh.
It really is every time. I'm surprised.
It's got bite. Like Barks root beer.
Like a Topo Chico. Please endorse us.
Pinky's out. But you don't play the Topo Chico the way Corin does. Like when Corin does, he's all like he sips it. I swear to God, it looks like he's blowing a trumpet.
He's doing his best Miles Davis impression.
Oh, never mind. You just hear my trumpet.
Well, it sounded like you had a mute on it.
Yeah.
It sounded like a fairy playing a trumpet.
That was not good. I don't even.
Like
Corin,
a sprite.
Corin, leave your fucking baggage at the door, man. I got no time for this bullshit. All right, so I wanted to talk about, guys, a donation to the show.
Okay.
Oh.
I told you that I had questions about, like, you know, how this should be processed, because let me give you the timeline of events. Our friend Justin Kerp, not to be confused with our friend Justin, the former current arms dealer, all above board, by the way, licensed and certified. He goes for an eye exam every 6 months to maintain his arms dealer license. Our friend Justin Kerp made a donation to Grand National Championships in the amount of $500. A lovely, like, event pass, WMNF style. And I'm not, like, back when we were on WMNF, it wasn't unheard of for us to get a lovely donation like that. And it had nothing to do with us. Just the station took it, and they, put it in their coffers with all the money from the much more successful shows with larger coffers. So we never had to think about how it would be utilized. So Justin made this donation in the name of keeping all the hosts of Grand National Championships alive. I think part of it was because he found out that I had been jobless for so long. So as a kind gift, passing along a little just stimulus to the Grand National Championships. But he mentioned specifically the show and how much he enjoys the show and all the hard work we put into it. And, wanted to make that donation as a gesture of fandom. Just kidding. But the question, so I took that money and I got cosmetic surgery. As you know, I recently got these procedures done on my head, which I probably
Did you get both of them now?
Well, no, I got the stitches out on the first one today.
Oh, okay.
And then I get the second one taken out in 2 weeks, and then it'll be another 2 weeks of stitches there.
Yeah,
but I probably
that should help your
wouldn't
podcasting. So that's a related expense.
Yeah, that's a business expense. You can write that off.
I've already talked about it.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Tax
business
expense. Yeah, exactly.
You just have to talk about it once, and you can write it off.
And it's pretty much all I talk about anymore. So I just wanted to make it clear on the face of it, in case this comes out, I want to get ahead of it. It seems pretty scandalous that I've diverted charitable funds in order to fund my own plastic surgery. So if anyone calls you looking for a quote, or like, you know,
Ray Roa's.
If Ray Roa and his band of investigative journalists try and pin you guys down for some kind of expose, like, just tell them what I told you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can count on Jotham and I for sure.
Yeah.
So the thing is now yes, I am employed.
I agree.
I am employed and slowly but surely, you know, getting back up on top of things. So at some point, I'm trying to think. Okay, this is tangential to that, or running parallel this storyline, that I have been inappropriately storing media files on my web hosting account. You're not supposed to keep like media files in video, which I didn't realize. I thought that's what web hosting space was for, just all the stuff on your site.
Why did they let you do it? I mean, it's a rule, but you can still do it. You're just not supposed to.
Well, here's a good sign, perhaps, is that I've been doing it for 15 years, 12 years, 10 years, something, but only just recently have they maybe noticed that people are accessing it with regularity. So maybe that means the podcast is getting successful enough that we're using up that bandwidth and catching the eye of the
of big data.
Big data. Yeah, the eye of Sauron, which tells me specifically which directories I need to clear out by the date was actually today, so who knows if the podcast is actually up and running. But anyway, so it means I need to start some kind of hosting account just for the podcast as I'm learning how to host this program. So that's going to incur some expenses. And I was thinking, you know, maybe we'll name this new podcast hosting account in Justin's honor. So his gift will never be forgotten. The Justin Kerp Grand National Championships podcast feed hosted on whichever podcast hosting platform to be named at a later date.
That whole thing is it.
Yes.
That is it.
Yeah, that's great.
Whatever that quote was.
This is our version of like naming a library wing after someone.
So
you should name it exactly what you said.
Thank you, Justin.
All the words.
Thank you,
Justin.
Justin.
Thank you very much, Justin.
Wow.
We'll shorten it to the Kerp Depository.
That's good too.
Justin, I'll thank you after I get the second lump removed from my head. So that's an amazing show of generosity, and thank you very much. Justin's been a friend and a fan of the show for many a long time. Just found out, I thought he was going to be moving back to this area, and maybe we would be like able to play some music or something, but he's actually going to be spending a few years out of town before he might be moving back around here.
Yeah, ultimately moving back. It's going to be the ultimate. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Did you guys maybe want to get into like maybe, you know, something that's a little bit like, you know, challenging to like a contest of some kind?
Maybe
that's true.
Oh boy. It's time for every human's favorite question and answer fun game. I already knew that a long time ago. With your host, Alice
Goran.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Goran. Okay, guys. So this is why I was late. I
is it really?
I thought like an hour. I stopped working at an hour before the show and gave myself that time to prep, and it was not enough time.
Were you going to say your own local time, which is 3 hours different from our time, and then you stopped because it wouldn't make any sense to us? Like, and when a European says something about kilograms, or like, I was on the Autobahn going nearly 95 kph.
I stopped at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. I thought, listen, when you see, it should be easy. It's not.
Those were a few different thoughts.
Listen, it should be easy. It's not. You'll see. It is supposed to be. It is a portmanteau quiz.
That sounds fun.
It's a mashup quiz of 90s R&B and rap and movies.
Okay.
Oh, Jay-Z's on it.
This is fun. Man,
it's so already fun.
I'm so
and it
glad
was way...
I've forgotten to do quizzes from now on.
Yeah, I'm glad too. This was the most stressful one. I'm going back to subjective quizzes after this.
I was thinking like for the next quiz that I do, it'll just be like, all right, question 1. How many grasshoppers does Jared think there are in the world? And then Jared writes it down, and then you two guess, and whoever gets closer to how many grasshoppers Jared thinks there are in the world wins. And that way you don't have to access outside information. You just have to access your buddy's motherfucking mind.
Those things don't like grow to the size of their container, right?
When I'm done, there will be only one grasshopper. Me.
Highlander hopper, grasslander. Question 1.
Corin, how many questions are there?
Oh, that's a good subjective quiz.
Not many.
How many questions do you think Corin has on the quiz?
7.
I feel like we skipped a step.
10.
You numbered them?
No, but I did. There are so few that I can count them in one page.
What if McSqueebage is someone we know?
What if it's me?
Who do you think's it's most likely to be? It's Joe Diacunto, right? He's out there busting balls.
He is likely to say, "I'm just busting balls here."
Yeah. Hey, it's all love. It's all love, or something like that. All right. Sorry, Corin.
No, you're fine.
Corin, you were doing a quiz or something?
Yeah, it's gonna be dumb. Let's do it. The second movie. Okay.
What?
Okay. I'll say the questions now. The second movie in the original Star Wars trilogy and Juvenile's 1999 hit.
Jotham.
The
Empire Strikes Back that ass up.
Ooh, so close.
The Empire Strikes Back that ass up?
That what up?
Back that ass up.
It's a different word.
Thang.
It is a thang.
Yeah, but I didn't get that right.
Thang.
No points for me.
Wait a second.
Wait, yeah, Jared, will you fact check that?
Yeah, I think he's right.
I think Jotham might win on a technicality here.
You're a big fine woman.
Back that thing up.
It's like when I tried to play Smell Yo Dick for Mandy. But like it was changed to like I smell that chick or something like that. It does not hit the same way. It's like listening to someone like bleep out the word cocksucker.
According to Genius.com, the title of the song is "Back That As Up."
AZZ.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's what I said.
He did say that.
He did say it.
That's Jotham.
Okay. All right. And here I thought the clean version would have been the one that Jotham got.
Are you going to do
Depends on what time of my life I listened to it in.
Are you going to do quotes from the censored version of Goodfellas?
Freak
you!
I had the clean version of the Fugees, the score, stuck in my CD player when I lived in Gainesville for like a year straight. It's all I listened to.
You even carried on some clean versions into college?
That was because a friend in 8th grade accidentally bought that version. He's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Sure." And it got stuck in my CD player.
And your
later
mind.
on. In my mind.
Question 2.
Puff Daddy featuring Faith Evans in 112 in a song in which at the 1997 MTV Music Video Awards, Sting joined them on stage, plus a violent Joaquin Phoenix movie from 1997. Oh, that's not the right year.
97.
No, don't listen to that. The on stage thing was 1997.
Alistair, I'll be missing Joker.
That's not it. But It's half right.
1997 is not the correct year of the movie.
Can
we have the correct year of the movie?
He almost said correct, which would have given you a point on a technicality. I'm going to do it. He said correct. Jared has won. Jared has won.
What's the violent Joaquin Phoenix movie?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a violent Joaquin Phoenix movie.
About a dude with PTSD.
I've seen a real violent one that came out like last 2 years ago.
Corin just looked like
he's a hitman.
The penguin when he put that pen in his mouth. Do it again. No. Do it. You look like the penguin.
The penguin?
Yeah, do it. Everybody
look.
I suddenly turned 4 feet tall and like egg shaped.
Come on. Just put it in your.
Have you never seen the penguin?
There it is. Yeah.
Is that what you always say just before you do your penguin impression? Have you never seen the penguin? Oh boy. Have you never seen the penguin? Oh brother.
My God. All right.
It's the fact that you're so happy when you're doing it that makes you so penguin-esque.
All right, what is it?
Yeah, what year did this movie come out?
Oh man, the actual year of the movie was 2017.
I know this movie. He's a hitman.
When a
this
teenage girl goes missing, a jaded, brutal enforcer attempts a rescue mission.
The movie, the director is Lin something.
Jared.
Something else.
Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton.
That was it,
No.
yeah.
Jared.
I'm
ringing in. I'll be missing you were never here.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
That was good. I liked it.
2 points for Jared.
After I saw that, I looked up other movies that she directed and watched a few. They were all good.
Okay.
I didn't even know Faith Evans
Guys, trying to do a quiz, Jotham.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Corin, proceed.
It's important shit going on here. The penguin proceeds.
Have you never seen the penguin?
Oh, man.
I'm going to choke. Oh, all right.
Oh, man.
All right. Salt and Peppa featuring En Vogue with a 1993 anthem celebrating good dudes and a flick about brainwashed dudes trying to kill the president.
Something,
I
Manchurian
thought a brainwashed dude. Oh.
Alistair.
Jared.
Alistair.
God damn it.
Alistair got there.
What a Manchurian candidate.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a mighty good Manchurian candidate.
I forgot En Vogue was featured in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who do you think sings the hook?
Yeah, so good. Yeah, that's in my head forever now. Next question. Cypress Hill's first crazy hit and Dustin Hoffman playing a savant before we knew better than to do that in movies. Alistair.
Insane in the membrane, man. Brain man. Insane in the membrane, man.
Membrane isn't it, but I'll give you the point.
Is it insane in the brain?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Don't they say membrane?
Is the lyrics. Yeah.
They do, yes. Yeah.
I get it, though.
Yeah, sure.
I get it.
Yeah. You get it. Okay. This one is fine.
Don't worry, guys.
This one is okay. We can say this one out loud. The movie version of the cartoon Dog and Friends Who Solve Crimes and a hit by Lauryn Hill.
Alistair. Scooby-Doo-Wop, parentheses, that thing? Close parentheses.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
With the parentheses.
I just listened to that song like 2 days ago at work.
Oh, right on.
The second verse is dedicated to the men all concerned with his rims and his Tims and his women.
Wow.
Well, that's all I got.
You've been listening to a lot of R&B lately, Corin?
Yeah, did you have that CD stuck in your car too?
Was it piggybacked on top of Clean the Score? Because that was from her solo album.
Okay. Here we go. MC Hammer telling you what not to do, and a mockumentary about a dumb band.
Wait, start again. I mean,
MC
Jared just bring it.
Okay.
You can't touch This Is Spinal Tap.
Correct.
Just tickles me.
Okay, good. Next question. Sir Mix-a-Lot's big hit about big stuff and a movie about Marty McFly. Jotham.
Wait, what was the first part of it?
Come on. Alistair.
Wait, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I feel like we've done the same.
I forgot the Sir Mix-a-Lot part.
We've done this answer before.
I bet I got it that time too.
Yeah, you probably did. You love that song / movie.
Love it.
Okay, all right. A
What number
Busta
is
Rhymes classic, and a Wild Pryor comedy. Wilder Pryor comedy.
There's a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. There's one
that fits.
This is a Richard
Busta
Pryor
Rhymes
comedy.
classic. Busta Rhymes has a lot of classics too.
Yeah. Is this?
Can we confirm this is a Richard Pryor
is this
comedy?
an adjective?
I'll say just both of them have to do with sight.
Oh, Alistair.
Alistair.
Keep your hands where my eyes can see no evil, hear no evil.
Yeah, man. Good job. That was a very good get.
I thought you were going to say guess. I was like, that would be a hell of a guess. That's a lot of words to just fall into place.
Falling into place.
That's the falling into place thing.
That's what I call falling into place.
Ice Cube's gangster pastiche and a movie about climate change with Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal. Jared.
Oh God, I have to get the Ice Cube title right. Is it just Good Day After Tomorrow, or It Was a Good Day After Tomorrow?
There you go. Yes, it was a good day.
Jared and I are tied with 4. Jotham just behind with 2.
Oh, last question.
The day
so this is the.
So yeah, is
Jared.
this the it? Like Jotham asked.
This is number 11.
Is this the it?
This is the it. A Shakespeare classic turned 90s movie, plus a song with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Alistair.
Whoa, Alistair, go.
Fuck. I know. I just forgot the first clue. Just start it again. Just the first word.
Shakespeare comedy.
Much Ado About Nothing But a G Thing. Bang, bang.
Nice.
Yes, that's correct.
All right.
Did I win?
You're the big winner.
Did I win? Did it get a good response in the room? Yeah.
Wow.
I won. Oh, was that loud?
Oh, you just put a little extra fanfare
No, I just
for
have an
yourself.
itchy ear.
Sorry about that. It sounds perfectly normal over here. Oh,
Congratulations.
Yeah, same to you.
Man, that was way harder to come up with.
Congratulations on your position too, Jared.
Dick.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything except subjective quizzes from now on. Yeah, what color does Jotham think
what
fucking
I'm thinking of
puce
right
is?
now.
Yeah, think of a number between 1 and 10. Wrong.
7.
Incorrect.
That's what I was thinking of.
All right. Well, do you guys want to take a break and then come back with news? And I don't have Spotify ready.
Me neither.
Great.
I have both.
Excellent. All right.
You get an A.
Let's take a break and we'll come right back. All right. Hello, 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 hello. We're back. As you can see, Quorum was doing his dance that he calls the wave pool.
Yeah.
This is Grand National Championships, and it is currently time for the, whatchamacallit. News. Corin, would you start us off?
Certainly. Predator 5's story will follow a female Native American warrior. A potential synopsis for Predator 5 revealed the upcoming movie will follow a Native American woman who sets out to become a Comanche warrior.
Wait, when does this take place?
The future.
Yeah, in the present, which is the future now. According to AVP Galaxy, the film will follow Kee, K-E-E, a member of the Comanche tribe, quote, who goes against gender norms and tradition to become a warrior. It'll be produced by David Entertainment. That's
the guy's name?
Yeah. It's a good thing he got into producing.
Braduki.
Dan Trachtenberg from 10 Cloverfield Lane is going to be directing it.
Okay.
With a script by
Jared's on board.
Patrick Asen, who did Kingdom, Jack Ryan, and Treadstone.
Treadstone, okay.
No, all right.
I don't.
Wait, they made a movie about Treadstone? Oh, they made a series about Treadstone from
Dr. What?
Born Identity.
Oh, Treadstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and I think that's the Jack Ryan TV show with what's his name from
John
The Office.
Krasinski. I watched the first season of that. I liked it all right.
No.
It's just
Follow the money.
You know, yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah. So
That's
they've
cool.
been working on it for like 4 years, apparently. The film is not expected to connect to the previous movie, directed by Shane Black.
Good.
It'll be the first installment produced under Disney, which acquired the rights with
20th Century Fox.
Yeah, the purchase of 20th Century Fox. Sexury Fox.
20 sexy foxes.
Probably some sexy foxes in that catalog. You know.
Like
I can't wait for
young
this.
Starlet starring in these motion pictures.
Excuse me?
Is that what you meant by a sexy fox?
Yeah. One of
No,
these.
I meant like
an ingenue.
Actual foxes.
yeah.
In the Disney
furry.
catalog.
Yeah.
Like Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. I was going to say.
That's the sexy. That's the sexy fox.
It seems like there are a lot of. I don't want to be crass.
Yes,
Trying to think of the
There are a lot
right
of people who
euphemism.
find him very attractive.
There are a lot of people who I think seem to have like some kind of sexual awakening based around Fox Robin Hood.
Right.
Yeah. None of us.
Especially nobody who mentions it.
I wouldn't even know how.
Wasn't there a Maid Marian Fox too? Mm-hmm. It's funny
better.
that. Yeah, exactly.
She's no Robin Hood.
It's all
You
Robin
expect
Hood the whole
that.
time.
You don't expect this handsome dude. Handsome motherfucker.
You expect that? That's his argument.
You expect a female fox to be sexy.
They make the female one like what's her
What do
name
they
from
do? What do they make
from
'em?
Space Jam?
From Space Jam, the woman.
The bunny. Can't remember the
Babs?
name now.
Lola?
Bunny. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I had to look it up.
What the fuck is going on?
We're all embarrassed about finding cartoons sexy, okay?
Yeah.
Anthropomorphic.
So that's cool.
animals.
So that's like
Terrific.
Stupid.
that's the. But
Is it
that's,
cool?
No, I'm talking about the Predator. The Predator.
I am
movie.
too.
You don't think it's cool?
I don't know yet. I'm not convinced that
They're gonna do it right.
that they're gonna have a subtle and nuanced
Portrayal of
female Native American warrior.
Yeah.
They might go over the top with it.
It sounds
Is anything
like
subtle and nuanced in Predator movies though?
This might be the first one.
you think it could be like kind of like an English kind of dialogue-heavy type of drama.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
less action and more just kind of drawing room, like tension.
Downton Abbey.
Like
Predator.
Predators sipping tea, but like glaring across the room.
Walking in on people talking about him.
I didn't know you were there.
Suddenly getting quiet. Yeah.
Surely that's come up before. Downton Alien or something.
Predator Abbey.
Yeah, is Mad TV still on the air?
Call them.
They've done it. Call them.
Call them up. Sell it. That's $1 million
Call them,
idea.
Selleck? I can't hear you.
Damn it. Anyway, sorry. I'm nervous. I'm just nervous about it. Doesn't say anything about any Native Americans being on the writing staff or directing staff or cast as parts.
And they've been working on it for years.
5 years.
So this wasn't like just announced. It's not like they've not the team together yet. Like
right. So
we'll see.
For the best.
Look out.
Crossed. All right. For the Predator.
Look out for the Predator. But you can't see him, so.
Okay.
Jotham.
Okay.
Whenever you guys are done, tell Jotham to start next.
Is it me? Is it time?
Yeah.
Jotham, it's your turn.
Okay. A Twitch streamer made $16,000 filming himself sleeping and letting viewers disturb him with alarm clocks and fake dog barks. So a 26-year-old in Los Angeles made $16,000 in one night on his Twitch live stream, though he didn't get much sleep in the process.
What?
So I guess this is a thing people are doing. This is the first I've heard of it.
Sure.
It sounds pretty...
This is a thing, like go to sleep and have people try to wake you up or continuously wake you up?
So it says, like many other influencers, Andy set up a text-to-speech recognition for his live stream so that like music played with every donation, messages were also read aloud. So a lot of people use the messages to play, loud music, imitate dog barking, make the alarm clocks go off. Another popular thing was saying like there's someone by the window,
So
that's scary.
So the entertainment aspect of it is like just watching him being disturbed, like watching him kind of
hey, wait, Jotham,
rile up out of sleep.
Is this guy's name David Entertainment? Because that would make sense, because that's a pretty fun thing he's doing.
There's all kinds of weird things. Like
this guy's known for other antics, though.
Jared has a new take. Jared has a new take. There's all kinds of
weird things
on Twitch. You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay. But the idea, it's pretty foolproof. I mean, people are going to be drawn to the ability to disturb you, and if you make that a premium, you just have to make yourself into a big juicy target.
Smart.
Yeah,
he's got over a million followers on YouTube. But something else in the article, it says that he's known for his antics, including tearing off his shirt in Starbucks, and whenever someone says ascend, it has ascend in quotes.
Yeah, fuck this.
I don't understand
fuck this guy who goes into Starbucks and acts a fool.
Rips his shirt off.
Yeah, this guy's
he's probably the same kind of guy that would get special meats and cheeses at Publix on a sub.
Oh. This guy can go to hell. Disgusting. Garbage.
Have you ever heard of like the mukbang like videos and streams that people do?
Yes, but what is it?
Just eating vast amounts of food just for a long period of time. Just and just people enjoy watching somebody like eat a lot of
pain.
Food. Yeah. Is it in pain? I thought it was just
I don't know.
That's what Gorm wants to say.
That's all I want. I want sexy foxes and people hurting.
I might be making a video soon like that when Maddie and I eat that Lil Nitro, the hottest gummy bear in the world.
Are you gonna Lady and the Tramp it, like each get an end? And...
I was thinking of cutting it with a knife.
No.
Come on.
That doesn't make for a good Twitch video.
Yeah. Well, we need followers, damn it.
So when do you think that's going to happen? When do you think both of you guys will commit to eating Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear?
Is his name Nitro? No, Lil Nitro. So I talk about it all the time. Like, don't forget Lil Nitro.
Also a SoundCloud rapper.
I keep him out on the counter.
Is Lil Nitro kind of like a bag of flour that you might be given as a project in high school to like pretend you're keeping a baby alive? It's like, Wait, do you have a little nitro? Like, he melted in the car.
He's very cute. He's holding a stick of dynamite.
Oh, because he's so hot.
He's so hot.
TNT. He's dynamite.
Yeah, he is.
Jared.
Anyways.
So what have you been up in this news week?
Obese seagulls in Bahrain triggered calls for a cleanup after officials said they were too fat to fly from feasting on leftover, I don't know how to say this word, but it looks like matchboos. Makboos, Machboos, which I had to look up. It is a chicken and rice dish, a Middle Eastern chicken and rice dish. And Bahrain's national dish. They swoop in to peck at trays of the discarded spicy chicken and rice. The lure of leftovers led the seagull population to show signs of shunning traditional ocean feeding grounds in favor of plentiful supplies of the oil-drenched rice put out with the rubbish. They called for cleanup because fat seagulls staggering around the streets were bringing down the reputation of respectable neighborhoods.
And did you say mainly they gorged themselves on little nitros that are sitting around Bahrain?
That'd be cruel for a seagull.
We can see them walking around. It's like they just left work and came home for lunch. We only ever see them feeding on leftover meals. All that's left for these birds to do is set them up with a jug of juice and a range of desserts.
We set them up with gin and juice. Give them a jug of juice. Juice is not helping them. We just give them sugar water. I don't know why, these fat ass birds.
But yeah, I just the image of like greedy fat birds unable to fly. Yeah.
Sitting against a wall with their feet out straight in front of them. Smoking a cigarette.
Patting the tummy.
Yeah.
Like,
or just like floating in the water.
And that it's bringing down the reputation of respectable neighborhoods.
And birds.
Believe
property value.
What they let happen here.
The comedian Todd Glass, this is kind of tangential to that. The comedian Todd Glass said, why would a bird live in a bad neighborhood? I think that's a great point. It doesn't really have anything to do with this story, but if you think about it, like, you know, a bird could just fly to a better neighborhood. Like, why would it bother hanging out there? Yeah, this place sucks. I better hang out here all the time since I can fly anywhere I want. Anyway, Bahrain, am I right?
Amen, brother.
All right, that has been. Really was trying to get to that button super fast. Did you see my?
Oh, he said brother.
Do you want to hear what my notes were for that news? I typed them in on my iPad.
Okay.
My entire notes. Well, I'll just hold it up. It all consists of just this one word. It says Predatorn 5B.
Predatorn 5B.
You'll know what that means later.
Yeah, I was trying to say Predator 5, but I accidentally put an N after Predator and a B after 5 and no spaces. So that was my take on the news. Well, guys, we have a Spotify playlist that we add to, that we kind of create every week, that also holds this episode of the podcast, the current episode of the podcast, with some songs from each of us. As I mentioned, I don't have any choices selected for this week's show as of yet. They're going to be in there before Saturday. All I know is that there's going to be some Mongtron on there off of Mongtron's album entitled 29. And some other stuff too. After that, Jotham is selecting some tunes. Jotham, what's on your list?
And I will be selecting these tunes very soon.
Nice. This is what I like to hear, because it means I'm not the worst on the show.
You are not. I'd like to be the worst this week.
Jared, how are you better than the worst?
Well, guys.
You've got a good selection here.
I picked some instrumental rock and post rock. Because inspired by, I didn't realize this, but the Oxes had a release last year, which was like a reissue of the first album plus a bunch of live stuff from BBC.
Oh, neat.
So I was listening to that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about.
Sorry.
Anyways, I have a three-legged workhorse by This Will Destroy You. from their self-titled album. Dear Spirit, I'm in France by Oxes. Is that just self-titled? Is that just Oxes? I can't remember.
Sometimes they call it Friends Helping Friends.
That's
but
right.
I don't think that's actually printed anywhere.
And Just Go by Dysrhythmia from Pretest. Futura by Battles from Klaus Drop. Motor by Trans Am from Surrender to the Night, and Salt the Skies by Tortoise from It's All Around You.
Boom, 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 boom.
Correct.
Corin.
I didn't make mine this week.
Nice. This is a pretty good.
I look like the asshole.
Yeah.
No.
Mine's going to be all Christian rock.
No, I mean
DC Talk. Toby Mac.
Yeah. His solo project.
Mine's gonna be all great black jazz musicians. It's gonna be like Miles Davis and John Coltrane and Freddie Hubbard. Probably featuring some Chick Corea because R.I.P.
I did manage to, on the playlist that I made for last week's show, by the time I put it up, we had lost Chick Corea, so I put on some Miles Peaceful from In a Silent Way. Some good Chick Corea stuff there.
So yeah, I totally planned on doing a really sweet 6 songs Black History jazz mix. It's gonna be great.
Well, we all planned on doing a really sweet 6-song Black History Month jazz mix, Corin, but only certain ones of us actually executed it successfully. Well, guys, I think it's time that we wrap things up. Is there any business that we should touch on before we go? Around the horn, Corin?
People should subscribe, rate, and review on all platforms. It really helps us and things.
And share with a friend.
And keep on trucking.